Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
How's your day going?
Going good, thank you, yes.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Bronco Nation, when I score, Jackson pours. Each game I score a touchdown, head to Jackson's on Monday for a 49-cent fountain drink with Let's Go rewards. And don't forget your free banana, Jackson's. Let's go.
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB, Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
It's time for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN Postgame Show is presented by Jacksons, where you can get a 99-cent 16-ounce coffee or refill with Let's Go rewards. Need snacks or a cold drink? Visit one of the 300 Jacksons locations today. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out rowpaint.com. Now, let's go courtside to the Sun Cruiser Studios and join BJ Rains for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News.
Hey, how we doing, Bronco Nation? Welcome on into the Sun Cruiser Studios here courtside at ExtraMile Arena. This is the Jacksons Postgame Show. My name's BJ Rains, and we got Abe Jackson with us here. 22-point win, 86-64. And Abe, a lot to like from this one.
There is, and it's still just a little bit of a head scratcher how a team with so many new guys in it that are producing, and guys that from last year in brand new roles how the defense is so much further ahead than the offense. Usually it's the other way around, but this offense was really kind of clicking today too. And 47%, it's not a team that needs to shoot 55 or higher percent from the floor to actually win games because the defense is so good. Shot 47%, which is, I'd say, decent to good, but you still get a 22-point win.
Yeah, super impressive. The defense now up to 24th at Ken Palm, so the numbers are impressive there. And you're right. I mean, it's. I guess if you had to hang your hat on one, you'd probably choose defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is something that you can stay a little bit more consistent at because the shots are going to be falling sometimes and they're not going to be falling other times, but you can play good defense and you can rebound. And so this is a team, they beat them double digits in rebounds. They held them to 41% shooting. And this is really the third game that we've seen them come out with really good defense. They held Wichita State to about 20 under their average, held Duquesne to more than 20 under their average. They held Butler without a field goal for almost the last 6 minutes and 34 seconds of that game. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been great. In the defense on their
Terrence Ginyard
averaging 19 coming in, and he had 1 point. And that was just a free throw with about, 3 minutes left?
Yeah, he had 30 against Villanova earlier this year.
Yeah, and 1 point. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and they held Bizjack from Butler to way under his average. So it's a great defensive team. Really is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They held Duquesne to 5 of 25 from 3-point range. You said, I think 83 was the lowest they've scored in any game this season, and they only score 64 here tonight. 22-point win, 86-64, and obviously the offensive star for Boise State, Pearson Carmichael, with his dad Eric in the stands tonight.
And his mom.
Okay, great. Didn't see her, but family was here, and he scores 26 points, a career high. And once he got those first couple to go, it was like, okay, get out of his way. And he kept moving further and further back, and they kept falling in.
Well, the defense kept getting closer and closer, and it still didn't matter. We had him on our postgame show, and I asked him about that, a couple of those heat checks, and he says, a little bit of a throwback to high school where you can see the first few go down and then you just pull when you get the ball, and he was knocking them down.
I can see why he had like a 50-point game in high school.
Sure.
Think about him going against like 6'2" dudes and just dominating.
Slower as well. Yeah. Yeah. No, he was feeling it, and he had a little bit of a slow start to the season, and you could see that, and he's acknowledged that too. But he just said the grind and the coaches and his teammates, and this is what happens when you do that, is that he's a much better player than what he showed the first 3 or 4 games of the season. Now, he might not have 26 points every single game off the bench for the Broncos, but
I think he be on the bench much.
I think he's found it. Well, what a weapon that is, though. Yeah. I mean, who would you take out of the starting lineup and put him in, though?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, the starting lineup is playing really well together. They're playing good defense. They got some scores now that Drew Fielder has found his touch and his percentages going up. I don't know who you'd put him in for, but you get a guy that comes off the bench who can give you maybe 11 to 30s at some nights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge weapon.
I mean, I don't know what this is like. I never played any level of basketball better than YMCA basketball. But, I mean, when you get out there, Abe, and you're a shooter and you hit your first couple, and it doesn't matter where you let it fly from, it goes in and you get hot like that. What is that feeling like?
It's why you play. I mean, you play for the hot streaks and you play for the wins. It's fantastic. When you're in that rhythm, you feel like that if you get the ball and if someone's not right on you, you're going to shoot and it's going to go in. That the confidence is high with him today.
And what does that do? I mean, it's a common sense answer, but when he can stretch the floor and be a consistent threat like he was tonight, what does that do for this team?
Well, it opens up other things for himself. One, as you saw it in the second half, after he knocked down all those threes, there was a couple of times that they had to close out to his chest, and he put the ball on the deck and went by and maybe picked up a foul on one of them, and I think also got a bucket on another one. So it opens up more of his offensive game. But then also, if you take one player and basically have to take him out of the key to guard someone at the 3-point line, you got Nato driving in there. You got Dylan Andrews, who I think had a good offensive game. No, he didn't have a bucket. So let me explain. He got to some places on the court and had great looks. He got to that key, the 10 to 15-foot range about 6 times and just couldn't quite knock one down. Yeah. But if you get defense that has to go out and guard shooters, opens it up for those drives.
Yeah, he was plus 17 tonight, still had 5 assists to only 2 turnovers, but 0 for 8.
I like where he got to the court, though, for his shots. I don't think he forced too many things. He got to good spots, just didn't hit them.
Yeah, he's Abe Jackson. My name is BJ Rains. Abe just got done with Bob Beeler calling the game over on 670 KBOI, and we always appreciate him stopping by, waiting around to not go home with his family. Extra time. Abe could be out of here, but he's nice enough to stick around for a few minutes while we're finishing up our interviews and come on with us, and we always appreciate that, Abe. But the other offensive, storyline tonight was Drew Fielder. And I thought his overall game again was on display. He stepped back and hit a three. He had a couple of really nice kind of left-handed, shots. And he seems like a guy that when he's engaged and he hits a couple, it's look out. And when he goes a game where we've had some games, one of those Maui games, he had 2 points. Like it's crazy. But it seems like when he gets a couple buckets to go early and he gets that confidence. I mean, after he hit that one, very next possession, he posted the guy up again, hit the left-handed shot again. Like he seems like a guy that when he is engaged and into it, he is almost unguardable. And that's 3 games in a row now where he's looked really good.
Yeah, a little consistency from him, starting with that Chaminade game where he dominated inside the paint. But one thing with him is that it's going to come down to the coaches. How do you get that engagement? How do you keep it not just in the games, but day to day in practice? Coach Rice talked about that too, is that you have to have great practices leading up to produce those really good games. And I think Drew Fielder, he's getting it. I mean, not that he didn't really get it, but he's getting it here at Boise State, right? And what's expected of him here. And you're seeing it in those last 3 games. His confidence is up there. And what I like too is that he took some huge shots from Hughley inside, 6'10", 260 to start that game, gave up a couple buckets, but was banging around inside, and then had a nice touch on the other end on the offensive side. It's so hard
video right now. There we are. We're back, Abe. I think we're back. Good thing I didn't say anything bad. 18 of 20 from the foul line as well, and he goes 5 of 5. I mean, it's nice to have a big guy that can shoot free throws, and as a team, that's been a strength this year.
It has been, and there's things that you have to do when you aren't, a 45 to 52% shooting team. I mean, this Bronco team's probably going to hover around, I'd say, at least from what I've seen, probably 43 to maybe 48, and you still got to find ways to put points on the board. And
How's your day going? Going good. Thank you again.
All right, I don't know what's going on. I think we're back. I'm not sure if we're back or not, Abe. There we are. I guess for now we're back.
Can you see us now out there? Can you hear us? I don't know.
But yeah, we'll this may be a shorter post-game show than usual, I guess. If this is going to keep happening. Apologize, folks. We're on wireless instead of the typical Ethernet tonight. It says we have a perfect signal. I don't know what's going on. But you were talking about family connection here.
Yeah, when Ray Bergeson hit that layup and looked over at Roberto and he was on the bench and everyone else stood up, and as a dad, I'm sure he wanted to cheer, but he was still in his coaching mode. And then Bob asked me, he said, "Is there any other father-son duo that has scored points in this building?" And I tried to think back to when I watched Boise State growing up to when I was playing here, and I couldn't think of one. There might be one that happened, but I couldn't think of one. That could be the first one in the history of the program.
Yeah, we've had the Max Rice, Cade Rice both scoring. Did Brock ever score when he was in here too? When he played for
he probably did. I don't remember, but I know he played. But a father-son, that could be the first.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
We'll have to check that out. Anything else stand out to you? I mean, they won the rebounding battle again, Abe, 38-29. It just seemed like only 8 turnovers, I think, tonight for Boise State. I mean, it just seemed like another. I asked you about, I know you're giving me crap for it on the pregame. Is this any chance this is kind of a trap game looking ahead to Sunday? But they looked dialed in from the beginning of the game, led by double figures pretty much throughout. I mean, I thought it was everything you could have asked for and more in this game as you can kind of build this momentum here.
I think this team is starting to find joy in defense and rebounding. And that's tough to do because everybody who comes into Boise State was a scorer at their previous school, whether it's high school or another college. R.J. Keene was a big-time scorer in high school before he came. So everybody likes to score the ball. But how do you take joy in defense, and how do you take joy in rebounding? And I think this team's doing that, and you can see it.
And now another big one on Sunday against St. Mary's, Abe, where it seems like, not to put too much on one game, but you find a way to win on Sunday. given the Hawaii Pacific loss, given how Maui went, like you win on Sunday, like I just feel like this non-con has a much different feel to it.
Huge. And right now they're what, net 15, St. Mary's is, and it's going to be on a neutral court. I love that they go over to Idaho Falls. I think it's a fun thing to do, and you get a great team to come over and play you as well. You stretch the Boise State fandom out to some other places in Idaho. They usually pack that place. It's a nice, newer type of venue, and so I love that they go over there.
And it should be another. There's been 2 great games over there already, right? It's been down, 2 back and forth down to the wire type games, and like you said, they're maybe even better this year. So we probably expect nothing less.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. And Coach Rice was talking to us again about St. Mary's, and he might have mentioned it in the interview that you might play. Is that they're one of the most consistent teams that just do not beat themselves, and so it's going to be a tough battle. I know they got some good transfers in, and they're always tough. Overtime last year.
They're saying that they're number 2 in the defensive rebounding. I'll check Ken Pom out. They're up to number 2 at Ken Pom in defensive rebounding. I mean, we talked about it on the pregame. Rebounding and defense will travel, effort travels, but just year after year. I mean, I know it was David Moats for a long time. I'm not sure who's kind of taken over the rebounding, but number 2 in the country in defensive rebounding, and there's just some basic stats you can look at. When you don't let teams have second chances on possessions and you don't give up offensive rebounds, you're going to consistently more times than not. I think in the Leon Rice era, when they win the rebounding battle, they've won like 95% of the games. I mean, it's one of those stats you can really look to and directly impact winning is rebounding, and especially on the defensive end, and they did it again tonight. Well,
it's kind of on the analytics side. I mean, not so much as where baseball went, but how can you win a game if you're not scoring points, which seems – you got to, of course, score points, but what else can you do? You can rebound, you can play defense, but what level of rebounding do we need to get to? Do we have to out-rebound our teams by 5 or maybe 11? Okay, well, let's try and get to that 11 because that's something more than we can control than a bunch of threes going down like they did tonight. The Broncos have really found that. Like, what do they have to do to insulate themselves from a poor shooting night where they can still get wins?
Only 6 offensive rebounds for Duquesne, and not a single guy had more than 1. And they only turned that into to 9 second chance points. So 86-64, 22-point win. Abe, we always appreciate you for jumping on, man. And Sunday should be fun over in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I love the venue, and I like getting over there. And Broncos are 2-0 against St. Mary's in Idaho Falls.
Let's hear from Pearson Carmichael and Drew Fielder as we keep the post-game show going here. Pearson Carmichael, Drew Fielder, 26 for Pearson, 23 for Drew. Dylan Andrews and Drew Fielder. I'm going to screw that up all season long. Drew Fielder with 23 points, 26 for Pearson Carmichael. Let's hear them speaking after the game.
Oh, my gosh. I bet you today, bro. What you mean, dude?
Pearson, I mean, it seemed like you hit a couple and got confident and just kept letting it go. How did it feel out there?
I mean, obviously it felt good. Yeah, it just felt good. I'm just glad I finally got the shot to fall. And I mean, just the whole team effort tonight was just super incredible. I'm proud of us.
I mean, I was a heck of a YMCA player back in the day, but what does that feel like when you never, it's just like you can't miss. You just keep shooting, it keeps going in. Like we've never felt that.
You kind of just want the ball in your hands, but it's like it's a basketball game, so you kind of just got to let it come to you. But our team did a great job offensively, of moving the ball, sharing the ball, and obviously it opened up for me and opened up for him and just other people.
Did you kind of feel like a night like this was coming for you?
I mean, I always pray for it and talk about it.
I've been feeling it for Peanut Cone for a long time. The coach has been on his case, so yeah, it was definitely this one was coming. So yeah, I'm happy for Peanut.
This season's definitely been a little shaky, but I mean the time was today, and I just want to keep it going and keep being consistent.
Being like you said, by your standards, the season has been a little shaky. Just what can you say about the first month and how you responded tonight?
I mean, it was just a rough first month. Nothing really I can say much about it. Just I just wasn't performing like I wanted to, and the coaches and players just did a good job keeping me in check and making sure that I'm always there. And I mean, this last couple of weeks is just just keep going, keep grinding, and then the doors will open. And they opened tonight.
What kind of common sense thing, but when he's shooting the ball like that, when he can stretch the floor like that, what kind of element does that add to your team?
Oh my gosh, man! It's just the spacing that this team can have. It's just it opens up so much. And to question before too, he's been working his tail off, and like I said, coach has been on his case. So we want all our guys to be successful, and we don't have to have games where it's one guy's struggling, one guy's doing good. It's gonna be one guy's doing amazing, but we just gotta stay consistent and stay working. But credit to Peanut because he's been working his tail off. He's been staying steady as the coach has been, on his case. So it's great. I'm happy to see young guys like shine like that.
Just as a whole team, back-to-back games where you look pretty good offensively, and you had a lot of time there in between Maui and going to Indianapolis, and then tonight. Just what did you guys try and work on after Maui that you feel like maybe has helped you the last couple games?
Yeah, I mean, those are two tough games, tough losses that we feel like we could have won. But I mean, it's all experience, especially early in the year. We've taken some tough losses. Obviously, we took a real tough one, but everything's a learning experience, and especially with young players, we just got to keep developing, keep working hard. We've been practicing better and better. We've been preparing better and better, and that's something I'll keep harping on and keep talking about is our preparation. So we're just gonna keep building. It's 2 good wins, but those don't even matter anymore because it's what's next. It's what's on Saturday. That's it.
Drew, you guys had the big win against Butler on Saturday. You have another big game coming up against St. Mary's on Sunday. This kind of squeezed in between them. How important was it to really just stay on track and just take it one game at a time?
Yeah, it's so important to just, like I said, it's just going back to our preparation. It doesn't matter if we just beat the Lakers or whoever it was. We got to just go right back to practice and work our tails off. That's all we got to keep doing. So that's what we're gonna keep falling back on. And like I said, I've been saying this since the first week I got here, man. We got guys who work their tail off and work really hard and who care about basketball. So that's why we're having some success.
Pearson, when he talked about you with return the favor here, when he's dominant like that, so we saw some of the left-handed shots and stuff. I mean, what kind of game changer can he be?
I mean, it's the same thing, like spacing. I mean, his just attitude, his swagger is just a whole different. I'm not used to that. He gets a bucket, give him the ball again because he's gonna score it again. Every time I see Drew with his hands up, I trust him. He's gonna go score the ball. And he's a smooth jumper. He can cook. He just cooks mainly every game. I'm glad he came here. I'm happy. I'm hooping with him.
How much is for you the confidence and when you get in a rhythm? We saw it at Butler a little bit too, and you hit that elbow jumper after you'd scored. And then tonight, obviously, you kind of kept going back-to-back left hand. When you get a couple that go in, how much does that help your confidence in your game?
Yeah, like I said, I came here so I could be myself and work. So it feels good that I have teammates who trust me and want to come to me. But man, I just appreciate the coaching staff and my teammates doing so much for me and allowing me to play with just allowing me to get into my flow state and not playing so anxious because they've trusted me and they've held me accountable and they don't let me fall back into bad habits. So I just give all the credit to the coaching staff and my teammates, man. They've been so helpful in me getting to where I want to be. So
we're talking about just the process and how much you've learned over this first 6 weeks of the season. How much more? What are the expectations in year 2 for you versus maybe last year, and how much more is your response required out of you and things like that by the coaching staff?
Yeah, I do think my expectations definitely is a lot higher than last year. Obviously, last year my season was crazy, and this year I think the coaches and everybody expected me to kind of be a scorer and a defender. I kind of had that rough start, but just having coaches that trust in you and just not giving up on you, always just harping on you and yelling at you just to be perfect and be good and work hard, and it's really helpful. And it's just this program's so loving and yeah.
What have you learned about the right way to respond to all that stuff?
It's just if I play a bad game, it happens. It's basketball. People are gonna have bad games. People are gonna have bad weeks. It's just flush the toilet. New day at practice. Just forget about it. And everyone's this whole staff and players have been a good job helping me flush it and just move on quickly.
With the way they were defending in the paint, how important was it to really stretch the 3 out tonight?
It's super important. They had 2 huge bodies, 2 6'10" dudes down there, and it was great for him to start cooking down low because it really opens up the 3-point line when your big guy gets going. And our team just did a good job moving the ball and rebounding and pushing the pace, and it was just a great all-around game for the Broncos.
And then, Drew, what were the challenges of fighting through that 6 block shots for them? Like Peanut said, you guys finally were able to get it into paint late.
Yeah, they're physical. They rotate their bigs good, and they definitely their presence was felt. But I think we did a great job responding to it and taking advantage of their lapses and their mistakes. that's what we did great. And they definitely packed the paint, but hey, when shots are falling like that, there's not much you can do. So I think we did a good job, like assessing what they were doing and then taking advantage of it. But,
Drew, sorry, you mentioned kind of the close losses you got, whatever, but you get the win at Butler. Now you got this game Sunday. I mean, you guys find a way to win Sunday. All of a sudden, this non-con has a much different feeling to it. It feels like. I mean, I know it's one game, but how are you guys looking at the opportunity you have Sunday against a top 25 level team to kind of really take this what you've been doing to the next level here?
Yeah, we're just gonna humbly prepare as best we can. We're going right back into practice and right back, get our bodies right, get our minds right, and right back into our preparation. They're a great team, but we know what we're capable of, and we know that we've shown that we don't need to make shots to be able to win games. We don't need, we don't need our jump shot falling every night to be able to win games. So we're confident, but we're just going to go humbly prepare and know that, we don't really care who it is. Like, obviously we got to scout and we got to do this and that, watch the film, but it's about us. It's about us doing what we can do. So.
Pearson, this is probably by far like the hardest non-con to have here. I mean, you look at the teams.
All right, there's Pearson Carmichael meeting with the media, Drew Fielder as well. That full interview we'll post to the YouTube channel, Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. All right, we got to hear from Leon Rice. We got to go over some of the stats here, but I guess the big storyline in the chat here is Johnny Ballgame's date. I will just say that I do have picture evidence. I'm not sure if we can get a few more likes, a few more subscriptions on our YouTube channel here, or what I need to do to show the picture evidence. But I'll just tell you this, and I kind of wish I was waiting for this because Johnny might be watching right now. I don't know. He is coming on tomorrow at 9 a.m., so you better believe I'm going to have plenty of ammo ready to go tomorrow at 9 a.m. But folks, John Mallory, I don't know what is more John Mallory. The fact that he showed up wearing a light blue sport coat. Okay, John Mallory on a date to a basketball game wearing a light blue sport coat, or the fact that he was sitting in Jeremiah Dickey's tickets in his seat for the game. So anyone that knows where Jeremiah Dickey sits, I look over, I'm trying to find Johnny all game. Not only do I see Johnny wearing a sport coat to a basketball game on a date, and he's sitting in the athletic director's exclusive seats at the game. So, I mean, I hope it worked out for him tonight. I'll just say that because he had plenty of game to talk that he's sitting in the athletic director's seats, like the fifth row from right behind the bench, and he's wearing his sport coat and he was ready to go. JD helping him out. Yeah. I mean, what we really need to know there was, did Johnny text Jeremiah Dickey asking if he could have tickets to the game and sit in his seats? Did Johnny walk in using a press pass, which is probably more likely, and then see Jeremiah Dickey and say, can I sit in your seats? Did Jeremiah Dickey offer up the seats? I mean, I think there's a lot of different options when it comes to our man John Mallory. And I'll be honest, in the second half, I didn't see much of what happened because I couldn't take my eyes off this date. I will also let you guys know that I did my best. I tried to get Johnny on the kiss cam. I didn't see where he was sitting till the second half, so it was a little too late. So I couldn't get it done in time, but I did try to text some folks to get Johnny on the kiss cam. It didn't work. We did try to get security to go over and ask, if he had tickets for the seats that he was sitting in. And I think they might have actually gone over there and done that. But the whole second half, I was like just mesmerized of John Mallory on a date wearing a blue sport coat and sitting in the athletic director's seats. It was pretty incredible. I'm not going to lie. And you know what? Cody Gogler is walking this way. We might be able to ask Cody. Should we see if we can ask Cody if he's willing to come on and talk about this? We may have to find out here because this is it was Cody. The big topic on the postgame show right now is Johnny Ballgame's date tonight. Okay. Well, I don't know if you saw Johnny Ballgame or not. He was wearing a sport coat on a date, and he was sitting in JD's seats. And we're trying to. We need to get to the bottom of did he ask? Cody said the ushers aren't doing their job. Well, if I think Friday morning I might get you down in LA, and we're gonna have to get to the bottom of this. How Johnny Ballgame in a sport coat ended up in the athletic director's seats here on the in the fifth row of the stadium. But I'm not surprised that Johnny Ballgame. Now the gal that he was with, a nice young lady, was drinking a seltzer of some sort at one point, and I did text Johnny and said, "Hey, was that included? Is free food and drink included in the athletic director's seats? Did Jeremiah buy that too?" Or and he said no, that he paid for his own seat there. And now Johnny is texting me. Apparently, I'm supposed to text you and tell you how I got those seats tonight. So I wonder if he's watching or not. Are you watching? Is he watching the show right now or not? I don't want to put him on blast any more than I already have if he's watching. But we love you, Johnny. I mean, I really hope it worked out for him tonight. He's in the athletic director's seats, wearing a sport coat at a Boise State basketball game, and his response is, "JD invited us to sit there." So why is Johnny texting me right now? Doesn't he have more important things to be doing? I mean, the date must have not gone very well if Johnny's already texted me at this point. So that may have answered our question of how the date went. Yeah, apparently we know now because Johnny's texting us. But Johnny Ballgame, he'll be on at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and we can get to the bottom of this at 9 a.m. with Johnny Ballgame. I do have a photo. I'm not sure I want to put him on blast or the young lady on blast. You said, "Are you guys talking about it?" My phone is blowing up. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on the photo for now because I don't know if that's fair to the young lady. Maybe I'll ask Johnny tomorrow if I can play that. We'll see. I'm going to text Johnny right now, but let's hear from Leon Rice, Boise State head coach. We can keep this going on the second date. They want the photo posted. I don't believe it was the autograph. You guys are the best. I love my BNN YouTube chat family. You guys are the best. I don't know if it was the same gal from the Gen. I love Johnny so much, and mostly because we can have fun with this, and I think he's probably laughing with us, hopefully. I mean, Johnny's one of the few guys you can really get and rib, and he likes to have a good time, and probably will oh, man. I don't think that was the same person. I don't know. But I don't think this was the Genty helmet girl. I'll have to ask him tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss 9 a.m. tomorrow when Johnny joins us on BNN because it certainly will have to come up with something. Maybe. I mean, sport coat, and not just any sport coat, a light blue sport coat to a basketball game. Like, I mean, that's – give him credit, I guess. Now, I just want to know if he used his press pass to get in or if he actually, bought tickets and then upgraded. I really want to know did he pay for a ticket for the date or did he walk her in the media entrance as well? I mean, I think there's a lot of answers that we still need to find out here. But yes, we love Johnny Ballgame. He really is the best, and this is all in good fun because I hope it works out great for him. But let's hear from. I'll try to get down to the bottom of this a little more, but let's hear from Leon Rice after the game.
How long have you been waiting to see Peanut play with that kind of confidence and stuff and get it rolling like that?
Well, I've last 2 days in practice, I was like, whoa, here we go. And that's, I think that's a reflection. I think our whole team is getting better at practice. And you're seeing them reap the rewards of that because, Drew's consistency his last 3 games, he's been working really hard in practice. And if we continue to do that, you're going to continue to improve. And not the teams that can do that, the beauty of our team too is we have some depth. So our practices can be really competitive. And we can make them better and we can hold each other accountable that way. And that's why you see our team growing, not, and we grow out there during the games, but we're getting a lot of stuff done at practice. And, like I said, I think Peanut had 2 of his best since he's been here. So am I surprised that he did that? No, and that's the lesson that all of us are learning and all these players are learning, and that's why we're getting better.
When you can stretch the floor like that consistently for you, I mean, you go 6 of 8 from 3, just what does that do for the offense, for everybody else too, when he's able to be a consistent threat?
Yeah, because he's a stat filler. But the he earned his way back onto the court a lot with the way he's guarding and with the way he's rebounding. Got 6 rebounds tonight. That's the non-negotiable. The made shots, we got skilled guys and we got a smart team enough that they got him more shots when he was cooking, and you know, that's the beauty of this team. We have a lot of guys on a given night that can do that. So
last couple games, obviously a nice win on Saturday, and then tonight you played pretty well. What did you guys do with all that time between Maui and Indianapolis?
Yeah, like I said, our practices have been intense, and you know, our attention to detail has been better. Our attention to scouting reports has been better. Our competitive, all the stuff that we hang our hat on. And that wasn't a good game. That was a great game, because that team, when you watched them on film, was another team that, I mean, nobody has held them below 80, and they were scoring and scoring. And you saw them in stretches when we maybe relaxed a little bit. They just went boom, 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 and you know, they'd score on you. So that's a team that has to be stopped. You know, you have to play good defense against them. Number one, we did an amazing job on him. He had 1 point. And, you know, I watched him against Villanova. He had 30. 30. So, you know, you can credit all the guys that were guarding him, credit our team for understanding the scouting report. And they're big guys. I mean, you saw the first few possessions, like, wow, he looked like he could have got 30. But we adjusted, we responded, and our guys did a better job of fronting and staying on top of him. And so credit to our defense, because to hold that team, you know, they were at 55 with about 4 minutes to go, and then they got to the free throw line a lot when they fell down. So, but credit our guys with our defense, and then our good offense. We only turned the ball over 8 times. We had 16 assists. We made them guard us enough that, because if you take bad shots, you know, they get out and pressure you, and if you take bad shots against them, they're off and running. And you know, when you looked at their numbers, BJ analyzed all the numbers. He saw that the 2-point field goals, their transition stuff, that some of the tops in the country. So for us to be able to do what we did defensively against them was great.
You know, when it comes to Peanut's development, you know, Drew was kind of saying with a little bit of smirk, the coach has been pretty demanding of him over these first 6 weeks.
Drew said that?
Yeah. How much, the expectations are just obviously way higher for Peanut, because he's got a lot of potential. So how much of that is just part of his development and figuring out when to respond and get better?
And developing is hard, you know, because you have to become uncomfortable, you have to work through stuff, and you have to have people that are willing to hold you accountable because they love you and know what you can become. And that's what, you know, I mean, it's been a hard journey on Peanut, and we're going to make it even harder for him, you know, as far as I know what he can become. He's still scratching the surface, and we, you know, that's why they came here, and that's what their families want, that's what the kid wants, and we're going to do everything we can to develop these guys. And the beauty of it is, that's, like I said, if they don't want it, you can't do it. But basketball's important to him. He loves it. And so that's why we saw the jump in his defense. That's why we saw the jump in his rebounding. And, you know, because I wasn't going to compromise, and these guys know I'm not going to compromise because it's a disservice to them if I don't hold him, you know, just, hey, you scored 26, great, you know, and I didn't hold him accountable to be a complete player, which he can be. He's a great passer. He's got so much to his game. The game comes naturally to him, especially on the offensive end, that, you know, if he keeps elevating himself on both ends, then whoa, wow.
You know, I asked you the other day when we talked about how guys' roles are developing. I think when you get removed from the starting lineup, you get one or two reactions to that, right? How has he leaned into it?
Yeah, and the world.
6 man of the year here too,
right? But the world makes a bigger deal about starting lineups than maybe we do, because, you know, I think the challenge with this team is you look, he had 23 minutes, and that's one of the top minute guys for the evening, and he was in foul trouble. So I was I'm trying to manage a little bit of that because I didn't want to lose him. You know, if they made a run, I want him out there. So his minutes would have even been more, you know, had he not had a few more those fouls. But that's the probably a big key to our season is being able to figure out in real time, in the moment, of who's really playing good that night, and make sure we get them out there a lot, make sure we get them shots, make sure, because we've got a lot of guys that can do things, and a lot of guys that are progressing that I'm excited about. I mean, I think Spencer's making big gains. The freshmen they're all getting better. That's what we're seeing.
How do you get Dylan Andrews going more in the future? Didn't seem like his best night tonight. What do you need to do to kind of?
Well, he was, like I said, you're only talking about one end. He took a guy that was averaging almost 20, and the guy got 1 point.
Sure.
So, yeah, but he was 0 for 7 from 2. He's a way better player than that offensively. So, yeah, that's something we'll work through at practice, and I know how good he can be offensively, and I know, but when he's got the ball as a coach, I feel pretty good. It's nice to have a veteran point guard. He had 5 assists, managed the game, got the ball in the right spot a lot of times. And so, all those things go unnoticed a little bit, kind of the RJ Keene stuff. He got some big rebounds on big stops. He'll finish better. He'll take those. His 2-point percentage will go way up. His 3-point percentage will go way up. He's just got to keep getting in better shape. Keep getting, again, practice. He'll get better at practice, and you'll see him grow.
You've played 10 games now. Peanut's the 5th guy to lead you guys in scoring in any given night. I know you said you were going to be a team that spreads the ball around in preseason. Do you ever expect it to go this well?
Yeah, well, absolutely, because I know these guys. But the thing that I really like was that the stat sheet looks right. When a guy's hot, that's the guy that should take the most shots, And we have an unselfish group that's like, they knew he was cooking, so he gets 13 shots in 23 minutes. That's pretty good. So that's something you keep doubling down on and keep getting better at, because that is our team. Like I said, that we have to figure it out as coaches in that moment, and then they have to figure it out too. Like, okay, that guy's cooking. Let's get him another one. And when you do that, that's a good team.
I don't know if we're going to get a before Sunday's game because we're all leaving tomorrow for football, but
of course you are. I get it.
Sunday.
I get it. Yeah,
we were here tonight.
No doubt.
What just in terms of your final non-conference game? I mean, I know it's one game, but that a win on Sunday, it changes the whole feel of your non-conference.
Well, it's we've had great battles with these guys. It's amazing how their consistency of how you're like, oh, they lost a lot of guys. Oh, they'll be a lot different. They're not at all different. They're the same really good team, and they don't ever beat themselves. They all know their roles. They're all physical and tough, and it's a great basketball team we're playing. And the 2 times we played them there, they've been amazing games, and we've been fortunate to be on the right side of it. And I mean, you got to play so good against them, and their net is 15, right? I think. I mean, that's a heck of a team. So, that's why we scheduled it, because we knew, and that's why they scheduled us, because it's a quad 1 for either one of us, right now, and probably will remain that the whole year. So that's what you want, and that we scheduled hard, and it's making us better, no doubt.
All right, there's Leon Rice. We'll put the rest of that interview up on our YouTube channel, Bronco Nation News YouTube channel, and you can get that on there. I do have the information for those of you. Looks like that's all you care about in the chat. I did reach out to our friend Johnny Ballgame. I said the fact that you're texting me, the date must be over. And the response from Johnny Ballgame, quote, not exactly over. So we can take that into what we think. I don't know what we make by that, but not exactly over is the wording from Johnny Ballgame on his date tonight, which, again, included him wearing a light blue sport coat, sitting in the athletic director's seats, and not sure if it ended up at Taco Bell or not. I know you can. I agree. And he has not texted back since. So he will be on at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of that. So he did say, "Are there pics of us?" And I said, "I have some, but I haven't posted them yet." And so we'll wait till tomorrow to see if he's okay with me posting the photo or not. I don't know if that's fair to the young lady, but he is, sounds like it's going pretty well. I also did confirm not the same young lady from the Ashton Genty helmet, different gal. And he said it's a girl I've been on a few dates with, not the one from the radio station. So there you go. He is BNN. We ask the tough questions, and yes, we get to the bottom of it here. But I guess the date is, quote, not exactly over. I don't know what that means, and why is he texting if she's still over there? So I don't know. But Johnny, love you, man. Hope it goes well, and we will be asking more questions about this at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So maybe the most highly anticipated 9 a.m. appearance on Bronco Nation News of all time is to get to the bottom of his date. And he's not going to want to talk much about it, but we'll see if he does. But let's go over some final numbers here. Pearson Carmichael, 26 points on 10 of 13 shooting. He goes 6 of 8 from three-point range. Super impressive game from him. As I said, only 23 minutes and 23 seconds, and he gets 26 points. Just super impressive for Pearson Carmichael. Career high for him tonight. And how about Drew Fielder as well? 23 points. He had the left hand going, right hand hit a three. He hit 2 threes, 2 for 2 from three-point range. Also hit all 5 of his free throws. Drew Fielder, 23 points, and also had 3 rebounds as well. Pearson Carmichael, by the way, 6 rebounds for him. So look at some of the other numbers. Javen Buchanan, 15 points, maybe like the quietest 15 points in a long time. Javen Buchanan, 2 for 3 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He goes 4 of 10 from the field, 26 minutes. Javen Buchanan gets 15 points tonight. You get 8 points from Andrew Meadow. You get 6 points from Spencer Aarons. Nice to see him hit a couple buckets. And then Parolin with 3, Bergerson with 2, Ethan Lathan gets a free throw in there, and then 2 from NATO as well. Boise State, 86 points, 28 of 60 from the field, 46.7%, but they do make 12 of 21 from three-point range, 57%. And as I said earlier, 18 of 20 from the free throw line for Boise State. That's 90% from the free throw line. They also out-rebound Duquesne 38-29, only 8 turnovers as well for Boise State. So just a lot to like. I do have some information on this, but it's really not my news to tell. We'll wait till Boise State kind of puts some stuff out on it. But Leon Rice did allude to the fact that in the post game that you can hear the rest of it on the YouTube channel when we get it posted. That obviously he's going through a lot right now, personally. So everybody, I believe, knows the story by now. But his father passed away fairly recently, and that's been a tough go for him. And so. I think Leon basically alluded to the fact that that's why you're not seeing him out there right now. And so we'll see what comes here in the near future from that. But that you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. And I don't think it's fair or right for anybody else to kind of pry or ask more questions about it. And he's obviously going through a tough time right now with the passing of his father. And, we'll leave it at that. So keep Julian Bowie and his family in your prayers, obviously, because that's something that I don't know what that feeling is like, and many of us probably don't. And just a very tough situation for him as he tries to deal and cope with that, and it can't be easy for anybody, and especially a college kid like that. So not going to say much more about it right now, but I mean that's pretty much what you can with what Leon said. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together with him. Why he hasn't played in the last couple of games. That's that. Somebody's asking about Spencer Aarons from the field. He was 2 for 4. 2 for 4 from the field, did miss his 1 3-point attempt, made both his free throws, 6 points in 15 minutes and 41 seconds. Javen, fantastic D. Yeah, he played really strong D. The team as a whole played really, really strong defense tonight. So that was super impressive to see the defense that Boise State was able to play in tonight's game. We are in the Sun Cruiser Studios, as I've been telling you all month of December. If you send us a picture on Instagram or some sort of social media, Twitter, of yourself, your family, whoever having a Sun Cruiser, we will throw you and tag us. We'll throw you in a drawing at the end of the month for a prize pack from Sun Cruiser. So go out, buy some Sun Cruisers. Awesome iced tea vodkas. They have the vodka lemonades as well, and I love the strawberry lemonade. That's probably my favorite, but low calorie, low carb. In terms of how alcoholic beverages go, it's one of the healthier ones, and just a great drink to sip on. So check it out, Sun Cruiser. You can get it at your local grocery store. Most of them have it. I think Jacksons has it now. So check out Sun Cruiser and send us a picture of yourself having a Sun Cruiser, and we will throw you into a drawing at the end of December for a prize pack from our friends at Sun Cruiser. So appreciate to all of you for checking us out. Again, 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have Johnny Ballgame at 9 a.m. tomorrow, making his much anticipated appearance. We'll see if he is willing to divulge many details on the evening tonight. We do want to thank a couple sponsors, and we're going to get to our Matt Bauscher Real Estate Player of the Game. Signature Roofing, online at mysignatureroofing.com. Whether it's a re-roof or repair and estimate inspection, check out mysignatureroofing.com. Transportation compliance service. You want to get into the trucking industry? They can help you every step of the way, whether it's the DOT, overweight permits, all that good stuff. Check out our friends at Transportation Compliance Service. Ridley's Family Markets. Shop ridleys.com. They got locations across the state of Idaho. Download that Skip app. Get savings up to 40% off of the checkout line. And that's from our friends at Ridley's Family Markets. And Snake River Pool and Spa. I saw somebody in the comments asking if Johnny was in the hot tub. I don't need to go any further than that. We're just going to leave that one there. I don't know what they're up to. But the Snake River Pool and Spa, patio, and game would be a smart choice if he was. I just don't want to think anything about that. Snake River Pool and Spa, patio, and game, thespateam.com. And they're part of the Boise State home team, whether it's a sauna, a spa, pool table. They got you covered. Snake River, a pool and spa, patio, and game. Matt Bauscher Real Estate Player of the Game. I mean, maybe you give it to Jeremiah Dickey for assisting Johnny Ballgame with the seats, fifth row seats, the athletic director's private seats, Johnny Ballgame on a date at the game. Maybe that is, our player of the game, Jeremiah Dickey, for the assist of the game, helping out. If we did an assist of the game, that would certainly be Jeremiah Dickey helping out our man, Johnny Ballgame tonight. But I think you have to go Pearson Carmichael, a career 26 points in just 23 minutes, 23 seconds, 10 of 13 from the field, 6 of 8 from three-point range, and 26 points for Pearson Carmichael. Also added 6 rebounds tonight. So you're okay. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. 6 rebounds, 26 points for Pearson Carmichael. The best game of his career, and had his parents in the stands tonight. So that was pretty cool. Our Matt Bauscher Real Estate Player of the Game is Pearson Carmichael. Again, Bauscher Real Estate, online at bauscherrealestate.com. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, Matt and his team are ready to help you out. Best customer service in town, and we bought and sold our home using Matt and his team. Tremendous service, and we appreciate everybody at Bauscher Real Estate for their support. Excuse me. Don't forget, 50% off at BroncoNationNews.com right now. If you want a one-year subscription to BNN, it's only 50% off. You see our other great sponsors on the screen there. Jacksons, you can get that 99-cent coffee day or night at Jacksons. Lithia Ford of Boise. Check them out, lithiafordboise.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Taco Bell, of course, we know Johnny stopped there on the way home on his date. And by the way, 83 points gets everybody a free taco from Taco Bell. If you came to the game tonight, that is. You have to be someone that came to the game tonight. You show your ticket stub on your phone or wherever you have it to the folks at Taco Bell, a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location, and you get a free taco tomorrow from our friends at Taco Bell. Whenever the Broncos score 83 points, you get a free taco at Taco Bell, and that's courtesy of the Nicolason Family SON Management Group and the Treasure Valley Taco Bell locations. So make sure you take advantage of that tomorrow. And the Blue and Orange Store saw Travis Hawks and company at the game today. So the Blue and Orange Store, online, theblueandorangestore.com, their new location at the Boise, down here at the Hall of Fame. They obviously have the location there at the Boise Town Square Mall. 4,000 hats on the hat wall. They can get you various jerseys and things, customizable jerseys. And we appreciate Travis Hawks and company for their support of Bronco Nation News. We see the great Connor Johnstone and the crew. They're heading out. Did you hear Johnny Ballgame brought a date to the game tonight? Yeah, I'm live. No, come here for a second, Connor. I just need to get a quick thought. Johnny Ballgame brought a date to the game tonight, and set. Yes. Yes, Jeremiah Dickey's seats. What do you make of Johnny Ballgame coming and sitting in Jeremiah Dickey's seats for the game here? Give us a thought here. I'm sure you're nice and sober. Give us a thought here.
So he brought a date to the game?
Yes, he did.
Did that date?
This is Connor Johnstone, former all Treasure Valley golfer, former Boise State golfer, big BSU fan. Appreciate you for coming on here. What do you make of wearing a sport coat to a basketball game?
So during
sitting in the athletic director's seats.
So during the national anthem, there's a beer line underneath gate 14. It's very easy.
You were just getting a bottle of water there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just checking.
And so I got my water, came back during the national anthem, and I looked over at Dickey's seats because I like to see if Dickey's here. And there was a guy, 5'6" or so, and he was sitting in Dickey's seats, and he had a sport coat on, but I didn't see the date, and so that was new information to me. But I couldn't believe that Johnny was in Dickey's seats, and I didn't know who allowed that to happen.
Yeah, it was. Do you think Johnny asked, or do you think JD offered? What do we think happened on those seats?
I don't think JD offered at all. But you know what? More power to JD. Like, I think, I've probably sat in seats I should not be allowed to sit in before. And so, if the seat's open, take it. Doesn't matter if it's JD's or not.
And do you think
I imagine that's a great experience for the date, though, especially if it's a first date. Was it a first date?
No, there's been a couple apparently.
Third?
And folks are wondering if the date's still going on. We're not sure. So
that's not our business.
Yeah.
I think we should end the stream if we're going to announce that. Yeah.
All right. So you're cool with it. Wearing a sport coat, coming to a basketball game, bringing a date. Not something you might bring a date, but you're not wearing a sport coat.
I learned very quickly on in my college career that you just don't bring dates to sport events, really, because there's a level of emotion that they don't need to see that quickly on.
Might break the ice a little bit on a first date.
I do want to give a bit of credit to you, if you don't mind.
All right, get out of here.
There's not a soul in this arena except for the cleanup staff, and you're here giving the people what they want.
And I think people still here.
I think that's absolutely incredible.
Well,
I don't think
that.
people in any university understand or
get out of here.
Can realize the kind of coverage that we get with BJ.
Oh,
so
appreciate you, man.
And
go
I'm
have
sober.
Another beer, man.
All right, yeah. Cheers.
Appreciate it. All right, thanks, man.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
See you guys.
There you go. Appreciate it. We got the final word from Connor Johnstone. You heard it there. No issue with Johnny, but you bringing a date and wearing the sport coat. So I guess that was the final. All right. Let's see here. Mountain America will be a ghost town. I hope that's not the case. I really do. But it is going to be tough. I'm not imagining there being a ton of tickets being sold for that game. It's a Sunday in Idaho Falls, and there are a lot of folks that, unfortunately, just due to their religious beliefs and things, don't attend sporting events on Sundays. And, that is what it is, and that's certainly in a town like Idaho Falls going to probably hurt the attendance. So there was a high school basketball tournament in the arena. And that's why they were unable to do it on Saturday or Friday. That's why the game is Sunday, due to the arena and the tournament and the arena not being open. So that's the reason behind it. I don't think they love doing it on Sunday for those reasons, and it's probably not going to be full, but it is what it is. That was Connor Johnstone. He's a former Boise State golfer. Big, great follow on Twitter, but a former Boise State golfer. And I'm not sure how he was still in the arena here, but he was walking by, and so we threw him on for a minute. But a local kid, played golf here in the Treasure Valley, played golf at Boise State. Great dude. So appreciate him for coming on. Yep, 4 p.m. hurts too. It's not a great time to get over there, watch the game, and drive back if you are coming to Boise. So not great, and we'll see what the crowd ends up being. But it's a massive game, quad one game for Boise State, and a lot on the line, certainly, for Boise State in that one, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow and Friday. So I am off to L.A. tomorrow, but first, 9 a.m., the much-anticipated appearance of Johnny Ballgame on Bronco Nation News. Join us at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll get the lowdown from Johnny on the date, and we'll talk about this game. We'll talk about the football game and so much more. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you at 9 a.m. Again, final score, Boise State wins it 86-64. Really, really impressive win for Boise State. Broncos now 7-3 on the season with one big non-conference game to go. And We're over 1,000 viewers on the post-game show here, so appreciate you guys. I know we were kind of going different directions. We love Johnny Ballgame, but nice win for Boise State, 86-64. The Broncos take down Duquesne. I need to kill 25 more seconds so we can say that this was a hour-long post-game show here. So don't forget, we'll have our Uncle Bob's Pizza show, pregame, postgame, watch party for the LA Bowl. Join us for the LA Bowl on Saturday. I'll be in LA, but if you are in Boise not going and you want to watch the game with some friends, have a good time, be part of an atmosphere, great food specials, drink specials, and raffle at halftime, some great stuff. They have an arcade for the kids, and it's a great pizza, great drinks. They'll have Sun Cruisers there, so it's going to be a lot of fun for the post-game show of the our post-game, pre-game, the whole deal. Join us Saturday, Uncle Bob's Pizza and Meridian for the BNN watch party for the LA Bowl. So, all right, we hit our hour-long post-game for a random Wednesday night against Duquesne. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Great comments. Appreciate you. Thank you for making this part of your evening routine after every game to hang around and talk basketball and whatever else pops up with us. And you guys are the best. Appreciate you. Go subscribe if you like what you're seeing. BroncoNationNews.com, 50% off right now, our annual rate. And we'd love to always enjoy chatting with you guys. And I say it all the time, but you guys are kind of like my extended family here. And I wouldn't have a job without you guys and wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll get a story up online. We'll get the full post-game interviews up online. And then we will see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow for thank you, Nathaniel. Appreciate you saying that. 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have a Thursday show with Johnny Ballgame, and then we'll head out to L.A., and we'll be live Friday morning from L.A. at the Team Hotel to get you set for Friday's game or Saturday's game. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Go check out BroncoNationNews.com, and we'll talk to you guys at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Again, the Jacksons Postgame Show, 99-cent coffee anytime, day or night from our friends at Jacksons. They're also honoring Latrell Capel's 49-cent fountain drink deal on Monday, whether he scores in the bowl game or not. So make sure you get a 49-cent fountain drink on Monday. Thanks to Latrell Capels. Final score, 86-64. Big game for Pearson Carmichael. Big game for Drew Fielder. Big game for the Broncos. They get a nice win. They're up to 44 at Ken Palm. We'll see what the net ranking says tomorrow. We'll have that for you at 9 a.m. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Have a good night.